on this, and he should because it's that good. No, no, no. Stay back.
I smelled it.
Stay back.
It smelled
no, no,
so
no.
good.
What's going on, beer lovers? Welcome to another episode. I'm Jeff.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jacob.
And today brings us to a totally different place than what we're used to. And to kind of explain a little bit to you, we're going to show you what happened last night, starting now. What's going on, guys? Guess what? We are at the place that this whole adventure started. We're at Banger Brewing on Fremont Street in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you've seen our very first episode, this is where we recorded it on a GoPro, old school status. Both Jacob and Justin have never been here before, so we're about to go in and try some of their beers. Justin, you ready?
Let's have some beer.
Let's have some beer. So while we're here in Vegas for Beer Zombies Fest, of course we got to review a few Beer Zombies beers. So this one that I'm drinking right here, this is from Beer Zombies and Aero Lodge Brewing. It's a collab. It's called Unholy and is a double IPA at 8%. Now, this was one that has come in high demand, and it's got a second partner, which you'll see in a minute. But you know what? We're in Vegas. We can drink on the street. Let's fucking do it. Cheers. Oh. You know, I gotta tell you, this beer is not ice cold. This did not come out of a fridge. This has been sitting in a beer bag for like the last, I don't know, 10 or 12 hours. Still, this beer is fantastic. I'm getting some amazing notes of passion fruit. The malt body is fantastic. Stone fruit, papaya. Fuck. Yeah, no, this is really good. This is not a hazy beer. I don't think it's a hazy beer. I can't tell because I'm not pouring it out. But it doesn't taste like a hazy beer. It tastes like a normal double IPA. Just fantastic notes of fruit from the hops. This is everything I want out of a beer.
Alright guys, so I'm going to be reviewing Straight Off the Street, which is a collab from Beer Zombies and a local craft brew. This is a fucking a hood label, if I gotta say something. This is like, let's come back to my roots. Anyways, this is going to be a triple dry hop double IPA with Citra and Galaxy, so you know, the usual suspects. Woo! Yeah, that's a good beer. Really smooth. This beer is, I don't even know if I want to say it's cold. This is kind of room temperature, which I'll admit the room we're in is cold because we're outside, but it doesn't, it tastes almost warm. But I can like, it's still a good beer. Like, I will gladly drink the rest of this, even at room temp. This is, like, I don't even think I really wish it was any colder. I wish I was not as cold, but that's a different story. Beer Zombies, I am glad every time I drink a beer that you've done some collab in or you've had some hand in, it's always been really delicious. You hop the shit out of your beers. Good lord. How much hops do you do? That's amazing. Credit to you.
All right, guys, so I have here, this is Alliance. This is the other half to Jeff's Unholy. Now, this is the collaboration between Aerolodge and Covina and Beer Zombies here in Las Vegas. This is an 8% West Coast double IPA. Now, Jeff had the East Coast Hazy. I have the West Coast Clear. So let's see how this goes down, guys. We're in Vegas. Cheers. And I won. I hit the jackpot here in Vegas. The other two may have had some really good beers from Beer Zombies. This one takes the cake. They love hop-forward beers at Beer Zombies, and you can see why this one is just tops. You get hop-forward presence, a little bit of malt, but Aerolodge has some amazing beers, and you get that good, well-rounded quality that all Aerolodge beers have. And this is fucking amazing. I hit the jackpot here in Vegas. I'm not sharing this with any of the guys. I'm taking off before they can try any of this.
Are you bumping into old ladies, Justin?
All right, so if you guys haven't guessed where we're at, Justin, why don't you tell them where we're at?
Well, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada for Beer Zombies Fest 2019. Now, Chris, who owns Beer Zombies, brought together some of the brewers from all across the world for hand-curated beers that are going to be amazing and just out of this world. So, boys, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's have some beer.
Let's have some beer. So let's start off the day with something a little bit hazy. It's called Juicy Nuggets ×2. This is from 450 North Brewing in Columbus, Indiana. So an Indiana beer, first time I've had them. They say it's double dry hopped with Galaxy, Mosaic, and Citra hops, and it's a double IPA. So guys, let's try this out. Cheers. Ooh. You do definitely get that dry hop, that good hop bite right at the top of your throat, but it's juicy, it's well-rounded, and it goes down really, really smooth. It's fruity, not too fruity. It's not really like, not juicy, but it gives you a nice little balance between that dry hop flavors of a West Coast IPA with that hazy juiciness of an East Coast. Really, really strong stuff in Indiana. Well, way to go.
All right, guys, so it's my first beer of the day. Still kind of nursing a hangover. I'm not nearly as bad as Jacob. But of course, I wanted to start the day with a brewery I know and love. That's Bit Brewing. You guys know them from one of our very first episodes. They're here to support Beer Zombies. And the beer that I'm drinking today is called Decadent Refill. It's a double IPA at 8%. The other choice was a 12% stout. And yeah, I'm not going there first beer of the day. So this should be a nice little start. So here we go. Cheers. This is great. It's not like your traditional like juice bomb hazy beer. This is actually more like on the citrus floral realm, kind of like an East Coast West Coast collab. You know, it's got a really soft mouthfeel for 8%. It's got a nice bitter finish. This is definitely a way to start the day, and I got to see Dan, the guy who brews this beer, which was even more awesome.
So like Jeff mentioned, I am horribly hungover. I don't really know what I'm doing here. But apparently there's Ale Apothecary here, so maybe that's why I'm here. For those of you who don't know, Ale Apothecary is a mainly sour brewery that's really hard to get. They don't make a lot of beer, and what beer they do get, they do make, it tends to be on the more expensive side. I've definitely seen bottles for around 40 bucks. That wouldn't be too crazy for Ale Apothecary. So this is actually the first time I'm trying them because I'm not made of money. This is going to be a wild ale aged in brandy and Pinot Noir barrels, I believe. I love me some brandy and I love brandy barrels, so cheers. Very much in that like sour red, sour brown flavor. You can smell it. I mean, it looks got that lovely red tinge to it too. All right, well, I gotta say, this is pretty delightful. It's not boozy. It's not overly acidic. It's just got a real, very strong kind of like sour brown, sour red, kind of that malt, tart malt thing going on. Really oaky.
All right, guys, so the next beer up is a really special beer. Not only is it a Beer Zombies beer, but it's brewed in collaboration with Pizzaport Brewing and our friend Tyler from Beer Savage. It's 6.7%. It's an IPA. I'm not quite sure if it's supposed to be hazy or unfiltered, but anyways, let's give it a shot. Cheers. Oh, it's called Hopagandhi, by the way. So one, it's ice cold. I love ice cold beer. Two, it's very light, very crisp. The hops are just super mild, although I get a nice little dank resinous mouthfeel. It's sitting on my tongue. At 6.7% though, it goes down super easy, and especially since we just got the day started, this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's a beautiful collab.
All right, so up next is Prairie Vue Francais from Prairie, which is a Brett Farmhouse Ale, because we're going real light today. So this is gonna be lovely. Nice little funk. It's not super aromatic, but it's definitely there. Yeah, real light color. There's some like, I think I thought it was floaties, but I think it's just very dark carbonation bubbles. Oh. Yeah, I think Brett Farmhouse Ales are my hangover cure. Yeah, this is really delightful, super crisp. Kind of wish it was warmer because this would just be so refreshing. Cheers.
All right, guys, so up next I have here Psychic Venom. This is from New Glory Brewing in Sacramento, California. It's 14.4%. It's an imperial stout with coffee and vanilla. This is dangerous. I'm apparently the one that's, you know, by default having to try out the strong beers today. I don't know why. So, guys, here we go. Cheers. It's not overly boozy for 14.4%. That being said, like the coffee flavor is a little bit muddled. It's not really clear and pronounced, and I'm not really getting a lot of vanilla. That being said, you know, there's good malt presence, there's a good body to it, and it's well balanced, you know, not overly boozy, not overly malty. And at 14.4%, this is a beer that'll sneak up on you. So, would I come back to this one? Possibly, if I had other stuff to consider, but, you know, it's one of those, it's, you know, not my favorite, but also not the worst.
So, I have a beer that's from a brewery far, far away. This is from Bearded Iris in Nashville, Tennessee, so quite a ways away. This is called Ever Clever. It is a hazy DIPA at 8.5%. I actually heard a lot about this brewery, never tried their beers, don't really know, you know, what they have to offer, so this is kind of a nice little treat. Let's dig in. Cheers. Ooh.
Long break.
Whoa. Yeah. Woo. That has got a lot of fruit in it. Stone fruit, papaya, melon. Tastes like strawberry maybe. Oh, it's unbelievably sweet. I can't imagine this all comes from hops, but I kind of believe it a little bit. It's definitely got a strong bitterness presence too. It's leaving my mouth really dry, and just the bitterness is a little strong. I probably wouldn't want to drink a lot of this, but the flavor is primo.
All right, guys, so I have another one from Bearded Iris. This is from Nashville, Tennessee. This is their Vie Latte. It's a 9% Imperial Oatmeal Stout. You know, gotta love those coffee flavors, latte flavors, and oatmeal. It's gonna be something good. Cheers. The texture, the oatmeal makes it go down so smooth. There's a good creaminess to it. The coffee on this one is so balanced. It feels like a latte in your mouth. It tastes so good. It's rich, it's creamy, and it goes so good together. I love this beer. My favorite one so far today. Can't handle it.
So this is a sour from Black Project, which I've had only once before, but I've only ever heard good things about them. And the one time I had them before was also delicious. So I'm really excited to try this guy. This is Black Star with apricots, which a golden sour I love, apricots I absolutely love. So that just smells like you're smelling the actual fruit.
I wonder if medical has I might know about it. I'm not going to.
Nice and I can barely speak. It's really good. It's like biting into a really tart fruit. That's just the best way to do it. I really like this beer. This might be one of my top favorites. So I'm calling it early. Black Project might be near the top.
All right, guys, so I have a beer here from Moonraker. This is up in Sacramento area. It's in Auburn, California. Now, they're known to have some really amazing beers at Moonraker, and this may be one of them. It's called Hazy Does It. It's an 8.5 double IPA, and obviously pretty hazy. So, guys, let's try it. Cheers. It's juicy, but not too juicy. It's balanced. Got a little bit of malt presence to it. It is not 8.5% at all. It's drinking like a 4 or 5. You don't taste any booziness at all. This is... Jeff is gonna love this beer, and I can tell you right now, I don't know if he's gonna get his hands on mine.
So I've had one that I've been really curious to try. This is Kantian 1900 Grand Cru. It smells really bizarre. I'm not gonna lie. Not the usual farmhouse funk that I'm accustomed to now. It's got something else going on, and I can't quite figure out how to describe it. I may have to employ Jeff's nose on this one a bit later. I have no idea what this is going to taste like. I thought I did, and then I smelled it. Oh, okay. This is a really strange thing to have right after the Black Project. Black Project was very tart, very just punchy. It's probably the best way to say it. But I liked it. This one is a lot more mild. It's very funky for sure, but it's almost... It's much lighter in comparison. The Black Project, like I said, punchy. It punches you in the tongue with its flavor. This is a lot of funk, but it's actually milder on my tongue than the other beer, which, I mean, that just goes to show what happens when you start doing a bunch of tasters in a row with sour beer. I don't fully know how to describe this one. I think I like the Classic Goose better. This is strange. That's kind of the best thing I can tell you. It's a bit strange.
All right, guys, so I have a beer here from the people behind me, Banger Brewing Company in Las Vegas. This is Fermentation Migration. It's 6.7% a white IPA, doing a little bright, a little effervescent, and I love these guys. They got all the information that you want up there, and it looks like a very good beer, guys. Let's do it. Cheers. It's bright. The carbonation is just right. It's a little bubbly. It's a little uplifting. You get a good little hop note to it, but it's also all good body. This is delicious. It's bright. It puts a smile on your face. That's one of those beers that just kind of, you take a sip and it makes you smile. See? Wait, block. It's that type of beer.
All right, so my next beer up is one from Horace H Nails in Oceanside, California. California. It's an IPA, which, to be honest with you, the only thing I've had from Horace are those huge, big, crazy-ass stouts. So this is my first IPA. This is called Osprey's Fresh Catch. It's 7%. It's hazy. Let's do it. Cheers. Sniffing my beer. Don't mind me. Mellow on the aroma, but that flavor is delicious. I'm getting a lot of melon off this one, a little bit of tropical flavors as well, pomegranate, mango maybe. It's Citra and Mosaic. I wouldn't say I'm getting a ton of citrus though. I'm definitely getting more like tropical fruit. But the thing I like most about this beer is the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is like silky smooth, right on your tongue, just glides right in. This is at 7%. This is one I would actually love to drink a bunch of.
All right, guys. So this is Yellow Cake IPA. This is from Finback in Queens, New York. First time I've ever had a beer from them. It's 7.3%, and they say it's supposed to taste like a yellow cake. The reason why I've had so little is because these two have already stolen most of it. That should probably tell you how good it's going to be. Cheers.
But we'll send, gonna send Mario's stuff because our business, so we're minority.
Hot damn.
So
I have to get every last drop because I've never had like a dessert IPA, but this may qualify for the first one. I'm sick of people who say, oh, our beer tastes like this or our beer tastes like that, and it doesn't actually deliver. This delivers. It tastes like yellow cake. You got that vanilla, you get the breadiness, a little bit of hops. It's still a beer at heart, and 7.3% still a good drinker, but damn, this is good. Queens, represent.
Alright guys, taking a break from our sours to try a Pilsner from Fremont. This is their normal, just house Pilsner, I suppose. I've always had a good opinion of Fremont, just anytime I try them, anytime I've heard about them, once again, nothing but good things. So I am happy that they're here. So cheers. I want to say textbook. It smells exactly like what a classic Pilsner should smell like. It is crystal clear, like one should be. And it tastes textbook. Like, yeah. If you were trying to brew a Pilsner, try aiming for Fremont, because that's like where you need to be if you want to brew a good Pilsner. Yeah, straight up.
All right, guys, so next up, I have a beer here. This is from Revision Brewing in Reno, Nevada. Now, when we took a look on Beer Advocate to see the top beers in Nevada, like 17 out of the top 18 were Revision. I don't know where this ranks on the list, but this is probably one of them. This is called Citrus City. It's a hazy double IPA at 8.8%. A little bit hazy. I like my double IPAs, like my hazies. Probably not as much as Jeff, but let's try it, guys. Cheers. It's good. It's good, but it's not mind-blowing, you know? It's a solid hazy. You got good flavors, it's not overpowering. There's not one thing that I could say is like, oh my god, that's like the most beautiful, that's the thing I need to say about it. It's well-rounded. And I don't know, it's good, it's solid, but it's not special. And I mean, especially when you have all these wow factor beers, this one just not really cutting it for me. Sad to say, but I mean, still a good beer nonetheless.
Hey guys, check out who I found.
What's going on, guys?
This is Chris, Beer Zombies, the guy that's holding this whole thing. It's their 3rd anniversary. How's the turnout for you, man?
It's pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie. I'm walking around drinking with probably like 700 of my closest friends.
Yeah, let me tell you, you've made some really good friends. The beers here are out of this world.
This is not coffee, by the way. This is...
Oh, Jesus. I'm surprised you're still standing.
Nah, I'm good. I'm professional.
Hey, Dusty, get over here, man.
Yeah. This is Dusty. He works for Beer Zombies as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you guys as the brand Beer Zombies and just how involved you are in the craft beer community. For those of our viewers watching right now, how would you describe your brand?
It's kind of like just a general craft beer lifestyle brand, but I started dabbling in everything. So I decided that not only I want to have a... Someone broke a glass. Someone broke a glass. Oh! So
day.
Yeah. I started doing like a festival as like a thank you to people that supported Beer Zombies, and it's kind of grown into this, which is now a little bit more than just a thank you party. It's a pretty big turnout.
Yeah, this is insanity. So much fun.
Yeah,
all
a lot
the
of good beers, man.
Well, hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, go.
It's great to finally meet you.
Yeah, and I appreciate how much you like Jaguar.
Hell yeah.
That made my whole
dude.
day.
Oh man, I love that guy.
I watch your show, man. I watch it. Watch it.
If you guys haven't seen that episode, you got to check it out.
It's a good one.
And so it's Jaguar.
Jaguar, yeah.
I was trying to figure out what it is. But to me, all I saw was that Skyrim can.
Everybody, they're like Skyrim. So.
All right, guys. So if you haven't already, you got to follow Beer Zombies on Instagram. Stay tuned. It's doing some awesome stuff with a lot of awesome breweries. Thanks
I appreciate
again.
you guys coming out. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
All right, guys, so do you see this can? You know what this means? Slow Turbo. This is from Hook Hearted Brewing in Columbus, Ohio. It's an 8.5% double IPA and hazy, just like a lot of the other beers. I can't wait to see this, guys. Should be good. Cheers. Like he said, it's fucking awesome. Guys, it's drinkable, it's well-rounded, and the finish is just like, it's gone. I mean, it's not one of those beers that lasts a long time. It's like, it stays on your palate a lot, but it's so good. It's there, and then it's gone. It finishes so clean. It's just really drinkable, and at 8.5%, I mean, really, really solid beer. Ohio, what you doing, man? Buckeye State, we gotta come to you guys.
All right, so the next beer I have is from a brewery that we're very familiar with. We've done an episode there. It's Pure Project. This is not one of their hazy beers, which is normally what I drink from them. This instead, it's called New Fashion. It's 12.3%, and it is an Imperial Red Ale aged in bourbon barrels with tart cherries and Valencia orange peel added. The second I heard it, you don't get to try it, Justin, me first. The second I heard it, I was like, oh dude, Jacob would totally drink this if he wasn't so goddamn hungover. So I'll drink it for him. Sounded interesting. It's time to start getting messy, so let's do it. Cheers. Whoa. Wow. The amount of complexity in this beer is, wow, it is mind-blowing. It's actually got a little bit of funk. It's got some great oaky characteristics to it. And then you get that nice tart cherry, hits you right on your palate. My mouth is like salivating just from the remnants of it. The orange peel is very subtle, but overall, man, super complex beer. A lot going on, but it blends beautifully.
So guys, take a look at this. Look how dark it is. This is gonna be something special, I can tell you that right now. Now this is from Nightmare Brewing in Farmingdale, New York. I've never heard of them before, but this is gonna be something special. It's called Scapism. It's an Imperial IPA, it's an Imperial Stout at 17%. Now this thing has organic cocoa. It has all sorts of other good stuff that I can't remember right now. I saw it looks so good, and it is so dark. This nightmare is gonna be a dream, guys. Freddy Krueger, here we come. Cheers. Stand back. No, don't you. Jacob is so desperate to get his hands on this, and he should because it's that good. No, no, no. Stay back. Stay back. No, no, no. This is a fucking amazing beer. I know we can't curse on this show, but I'm gonna just say it. It's amazing. That's how good it is. 17% doesn't taste like that. Oh, I can't say fucking. Well, this beer is fucking amazing. Trust me, that's fucking amazing. 17% fucking amazing. That's all you have to say. Don't have to go into all of it. If you're in Farmingdale, New York, if you're in New York State, if you're in New England, get yourself to New York. This is a fucking amazing beer.
All right, guys, so I'm gonna try a beer from a brewery I've never heard of. They're right behind me. It's called Astronomy Ale Works. I don't even know where they're from. I asked them what their best beer was, and this is what they gave me. It's called Sagittarius. It is a kettle sour with Asian pear, 5.2%. it looks really like murky. And to be honest with you, pear is one of those flavors I don't know if I'm a fan of, but I also don't taste it a lot in beer. So let's see how this one pans out. Cheers. Well, I'm officially a fan of pears now. This is, wow. I will say, this isn't as tart as I anticipated it being. It's actually quite smooth. There's a little bit of tartness. I'm definitely like salivating, but it's pretty mild for the most part. But damn, that Asian pear, like, shit, I don't even know if I've ever tried Asian pear, but it's good. It is real good. Cheers.
Obviously, we're getting into this festival. It's getting really good. This is Grand Cru Vocation. So it's an Imperial Saison, 9%. And, you know, Saison, Imperial, those two words don't normally go together. But this probably is going to be a good beer, guys. Cheers. You get those nice, like those nice Belgian malts, the banana, the faux, and it's like boozy. It's so good. 9%, really, really well done. It's not overly boozy. It's not overly. It doesn't taste like it's not an Imperial. It's really well done, really well balanced, and Beer House, awesome stuff. I mean, we keep on hearing like, oh my God, Revision is the only beer you have to go to in Nevada. But Abel Baker, Craft House, come on, guys. These guys are stepping their game up. Beer Advocate and all those other people that rank these guys, get on board. These guys are starting to bring the heat.
All right, so the next beer I'm trying is kind of special. This is a collaboration with Craft House in Henderson, Nevada, and Beer Zombies. It's called House of 1,000 Zombies. This is a savory imperial stout, 11.5%, and it actually just came out yesterday, and they sold out of cans in like 2 hours. I was super bummed because I kind of wanted to go get some cans before we, you know, as we're coming into Vegas. Totally missed it, but they have it here, so at least I got to try it. One of the guys at the tent said that this was brewed with cocoa, salt, and garlic. Garlic? Garlic. All right, well, let's try it. Cheers, guys. Whoa. I don't know what to think of this beer. I don't know if my face is telling you anything. It's interesting. Oh, right there. Man, you're getting the garlic, you're getting the salt, you're getting just strong roasted malts too. Very, very strong. You know what's funny is I love garlic. I don't know if I love garlic in beer. I don't know what to think of this, guys. It's interesting for sure. I don't know. I think this one's maybe for certain people and not for others. It's not for me, but really fun to try nonetheless.
All right, guys, as we get further and further into the Beer Zombies Fest 2019, you got to go stronger and stronger because, I mean, we're getting the ramp up of the flavor. This is Opportunity Engine. This is Opportunity Engine from Modern Times Brewing. It's 11%, and it's a strong stout with. It's a strong dessert stout with cinnamon, chocolate, all those other good flavors that you get. I loved Nightmare Brewing, what they did in New York. I want to see how this compares. Cheers. Now, granted, this is 11%. It's less boozy than that other one, but it's still just as good. You get all those good, like chocolate, caramel, roasted flavors, and it is so good. I mean, I don't know which one is better. I love Nightmare Brewing in New York, in upstate New York, but this one is still just as good.
All right, so what I have right here is going to be Upland Rib, which is a barrel-aged sour with plums and cardamom. But I really love food with cardamom. I think it's just a really great spice that not a lot of people know exists or know how to use it, so let alone brew a beer with it. So I'm really excited. Cheers. That's really nice. It's kind of soft and fluffy. Yeah, I feel like it's soft and fluffy for a sour is kind of unusual. But yeah, soft and fluffy, that's how I'm going to be describing the mouthfeel of this sour beer. It's not overly sour, which is something that Upland at least used to have a big reputation for being. This is nice. Good job, Upland. This is really just delightful. It's delightful. Cheers.
All right, so I'm really excited to try this beer because it's from a brewery in Colorado that I heard about from a fellow beer trader. This is from WeldWorks Brewing, and it is called Citra Double Dry Hop Juicy Bits. It's 7%. I've actually tried their regular Double Dry Hop Juicy Bits, and it's fantastic. Shout out to Hop Headlos on Instagram. Thanks, buddy. Of course, they're here, so I have to try them. And it looks incredible, and I'm not gonna lie, there's been people bumping into us as we're moving around, and I can smell it as it's spilling on me. And it smells delicious, so let's see how it tastes. Cheers. And the favorite Hazy IPA award goes to WeldWorks, man. Holy crap, that's so good. Absolute just citrus juice bomb. I mean, it's almost like orange juice. Even my tongue is like coated in like Valencia orange flavor. I hate to say it, but it reminds me of Treehouse's Julius. I mean, it is that juicy. Oh my God. I want a glass of this. I don't want this little tiny taster glass. I want a full glass of this. This is incredible. Guys, if you haven't heard of WeldWorks, you gotta check them out. This is amazing.
Good day, y'all. Now this is from Wildflower Brewing and Blending down in Australia. This is their St. Florence. This is their Sauvignon Blanc American Wild Ale. This is 7%, and it's an American Wild Ale. So something from Australia, but it's American. It's a wild ale. You get those good wild, funky flavors in a nice little, you know, kind of hazy glass at 7%. It's gonna be something good, guys. Cheers. Now, for those of you who know the brewery down in Orange County, this is on par with some of their sours. It's refined, it's tasty, it's good. You have those Sauvignon Blanc, that little winey flavor to it, but it's not overly done in the funk department. I don't feel like my mouth drying out, and I feel like I'm gonna get sharp pains in the back of my cheeks. It's tasty, it's refined, it is so good. And 7% is a perfect ABV for this. Any less, it would feel like, I don't know, I'm overdoing it on the malt department. Over 7% would be too boozy. This is perfect. Beer Zombies has curated an amazing lineup, and this is another one. I've never heard of Wildflower before in Australia, but this just put it on the map for me. All right, guys, what's up, Michigan? You know why I'm saying what's up, Michigan? Because this is from Jolly Pumpkin in Michigan. This is their Madrugada Obscura. This is their 8.1% Imperial Dark Ale. 8.1%. I mean, I'm just getting all the high ABV beers, and you can see it's taking a toll on me. But that being said, this looks like a delicious beer from an amazing brewery. And guys, let's do it. Here we go. Okay, it's a sour, yes, don't get me wrong, but you get that nice little sour punch, but it's mostly Imperial Stout. You get that maltiness, you get that booziness. It's not overly boozy because it's only 8.1%, but that sourness kind of like envelops it, and it's like, it rounds off those edges. It's not overly boozy, it's not overly rich, and then at 8.1%, it's very, very tasty.
All right, so Justin just reviewed the dark sour from Jolly Pumpkin. I just wanted to give my quick 2 cents just because I've had a couple sour stouts before. They are not for everyone. I will definitely admit that. They're definitely a vocal community who hates sour stouts. I'm not one of them. Tart of Darkness from the brewery is something that I've had plenty of variants of and enjoy quite a bit. This is really interesting because it's not very similar to Tart of Darkness at all, in my opinion. This is much more on the stout side of the sour stout, which I was surprised. It smells more stouty, it tastes more stouty, and it's not quite that sour. I love Jolly Pumpkin. Every time I have them, I enjoy it. I'm having a Jolly Pumpkin right now. This was just such a pleasant surprise that I wasn't expecting. Yeah. What a nice version of a sour stout. Cheers.
All right, guys, so I have another beer from Jolly Pumpkin. Fun name, by the way. I was assuming they all made pumpkin beers. What am I thinking? No, just fun name. Anyways, I'm drinking their Grand Reserve. Not sure what the ABV is. I'll look it up and I'll put it if I can find it. But regardless, anyways, there's loud planes going by. You might hear a lot of this throughout the episode. It happens. Yeah, just... All right, and we're good. So yeah, let's go ahead and try the Grand Reserve. Cheers. Ooh, that's fun. Wow. Ooh. This. This is probably a beer that Jacob would absolutely love. It's got real dry, oaky finish to it, but it's got a nice level of tartness. It's not overpowering. It doesn't punch at your jowls. It's very mild. But more than anything, I mean, it's actually, you know, for someone that doesn't like sours, this is quite enjoyable. And this isn't the first sour I had today that I really enjoyed. I think I'm slowly converting over, but regardless, I mean, Jolly Pumpkin, Justin, where are they from again? Michigan. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, so Jolly Pumpkin's from Michigan. Would have never thought that they were putting out beers like this, and I'm glad that Beer Zombies was able to bring them to Nevada so we could try them. So, cheers to you.
All right, guys, this is from Juggies in Sweden. This is a 14% Imperial Stout. It's called Bayside. It's done with coconut, it's done with chocolate, and it's done with a couple other things. 14%, you know, I've told myself I'm not going to do any more of these, but this one looks like it's going to be really good, and I've heard some good stuff around the festival about it. So let's try it. Cheers. It tastes like an Almond Joy. I mean, it's sweet, it's chocolatey, it's almondy, and coconut, and you get all those good flavors. Now, 14%, it's a little bit boozy, but it's good. It has chocolate, it has almond, it has coconut, it has all these good flavors, and I mean, for a Swedish beer that I did not know of before, there's a lot of these good high percentage ABV alcohol beers, and this is just going along with the rest of them. I don't know how it ranks with Nightmare or some of the other ones, but I really, really like this one as well. Thanks Skinnyfats for hosting it right here. It's been an awesome time. It definitely was a big show with a lot of people and a lot of great beer. Alright guys, so if you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And let us know down in the comments where you think we should go next. So until next time, I'm Justin.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And we will see you guys next time on Let's Have Some Beer. Cheers. Woo. Let's go get drunk, guys.
Got so drunk that he's getting escorted in a wheelchair to our hotel room. Yep, that's happening.